All right. Welcome to part 2 of the Martin Luther King Jr. pickups weekend. I know it's late. It's been a couple of weeks. I wanted to do those Dollar Tree ones first because, as we know, people are interested in those Dollar Tree finds. But this is about Martin Luther King Jr. weekend when I went to Value Worlds, a couple of them, and went to a place called iReplay and found tons of DVDs. And let's get right into it, shall we? Let's get physical media. I want that physical media. All right. This is a cool release. Look, we're gonna start off big. We're gonna start off with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the Conan the Complete Quest. It looks like leather. Get to the chopper. I don't know. But this is cool. This has both Conan movies. Now, the problem was with a lot of the DVDs at iReplay, this one I remember coming from iReplay, they were waterlogged. And this actually has like waviness to the cover because it was like so waterlogged. I don't know if that's coming through, but it is wavy on the cover here. And it's kind of cool because it gives this the faux leather look and everything. It gives it some more, I don't know, I'd say some more authenticity. But what was, if I go like this, you can see it damaged down here. But what's okay is the DVD itself was good, and the inside part was good. The DVD is a double-sided, has both movies, Conan the Barbarian and Conan the Destroyer. So I wasn't too, bent or hurt or wasn't crying about it, because 2 movies for $1 or less in a slightly damaged case, which I am keeping this case like this because it's a nice case. It's a nice design. It does take up much more space than one of these sleeves, of course. I mean, look at that. We got quite the difference, right? Quite the difference. But at any rate, it still gives me, I still want to keep something like this where I can't just reverse it if I do take it apart. So, Conan the Complete Quest. Cruel Intentions. This is a wild, daring new spin on the classic tale of love and betrayal, according to Sarah Edwards at NBC News. All right. Cruel Intentions, Reese Witherspoon, Buffy, what's her name? Oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and is this Ryan Felipe again? Ryan Felipe, widescreen edition, yes. And this movie, a little bit twisted, but it's a good one. If you haven't seen Cruel Intentions, really good movie, especially Reese Witherspoon. I love her in this. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar in this. It's a good movie though, and it's a good story. I don't know if this is off of some kind of, it's also got Selma Blair in it. But I don't know if this is off of some old story of Shakespearean or something, but it's a very interesting story, and what takes place in this is great. Definitely see it. I don't want to ruin it. It's hard to say anything about it, but basically they're trying to seduce, or he's trying to seduce Reese Witherspoon, because she's the headmaster's beautiful virgin daughter. If he fails, if Ryan Felipe's character fails to seduce her, Catherine gets his most prized possession. But if he succeeds, Sebastian gets to possess and bed Catherine, which Catherine is, I think, Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, which is just weird. So there you go. Weird movie. But definitely a good movie. I haven't watched this one. I watched a different one I had, Epic Movie. This is more of the same. It's this date movie where they're parodying, mostly, I think a lot of it is Shallow Hal, and wasn't it another one? They say it does for romantic comedies what Scary Movie did for horror films. But let me see. I'm trying to see if they say which movies in particular they're parodying. But yeah, it's not going to be the greatest. I know that. But sometimes you just want stupid funny, and I like stupid funny at times. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Deck the Halls, Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. Unfortunately, I got this after Christmas time, but I watch Christmas movies at non-Christmas time. I'd never seen this one. I am a big Matthew Broderick guy. My wife likes Danny DeVito, so this one should be a good, entertaining movie unless it's too stupid. So there is a too stupid, and then there's a really too stupid. You can't go too stupid, but you can get to really too stupid or stupid. And those are okay, but too stupid is a bad range to get in. I know that sounds nitpicky, but that's how I do it. Definitely a horror movie that's great. Sam Raimi directed this. His brother, I believe, him and his brother wrote it. Drag Me to Hell. Don't want to say anything really about it other than basically that a person working at a bank has a chance to give this lady an extension on her home mortgage. She decides not to, and the woman puts a curse on her. And that's all I'm going to say, but it is a scary movie at times. It's funny at times, too. There's a lot of comedy over the top, Sam Raimi over the top stuff, but it definitely has his style, but it definitely is a horror movie. I'd put it akin to kind of like the Evil Dead kind of movies. There you go. Drag Me to Hell. This is a big one for this episode. If you're watching at this point and haven't subscribed, please do, but check this out. Dragon Ball. The movie. It's The Magic Begins. Dragon Ball The Magic Begins. Now, why is this version of Dragon Ball big? This is an early live action take on Dragon Ball. This is from 1993. And this is like so early and very, very mildly related to Dragon Ball and was done in China. So this is not going to be a CG fiesta. 1993. Think back to those times. And this is something I wanted to see for a long time. So I have picked it up. I am very eager to watch this. I just haven't had the right moment yet. But next time I'm sitting home alone, I'll definitely be popping this in, or I guess I should just say turning this on. But yeah, Dragon Ball, The Magic Begins. Is that awesome or what? Speaking of dragons, we got Dragonlance, Dragons of Autumn Twilight. This is an animated series based on the books by Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. And I read those books when I was young. They're some of the only books I read. I read that whole series. I read the time one when they went through time and stuff, all that different series. And all I got to say is I'm hoping this is good. I've heard it's not, but I thought that it was cool to find for a buck. I still remember Raceland, Tasselhoff, Burfoot, and such. It's a Dungeons and Dragons adventure tale. You got voice actors like Kiefer Sutherland, Lucy Lawless, Michael Rosenbaum. If you know him, Michael Rosenbaum was the actor who played Lex Luthor in Smallville. But yeah, this should be pretty good. All right. Next up, we have Earth to Echo. That's right. We're going into the E's. Earth to Echo. I've seen this. I don't remember it really, but I think it's a good kid one, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to see if it has a rating on the back of PG. It's definitely good for kids. It says some actor and parallel language. I don't know. But it's basically heartfelt and fun, according to the Washington Post. This wonderful journey full of adventure, bravery, excitement, and friendship has something for audiences of all ages, according to somebody at USA Today. And it says the lovely and likable, according to Gary Goldstein at Los Angeles Times, tale is told through the eyes of Tuck, Munch, and Alex, a trio of pals who made an out-of-this-world discovery. I'm pretty sure that it's an alien. I'm not sure. Though. If you haven't seen Earth to Echo, though, I do remember that it's good. I just don't remember everything that happens in it. Or the ending. Couldn't have been that good, I guess. But, Earth to Echo. Evening. I don't think it is right now, but it's evening. That's all I know about this. Claire Danes is in it, actually, and Glenn Close. I do remember those names. And the biggest thing I could say about that is we got a couple of other names I'm recognizing, I think, but it says from the author of The Hours, an all-star cast of the greatest actresses of our time, including Academy winner Vanessa Redgrave, blah, 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 easy for me to say. Winner Meryl Streep, Toni Collette, Claire Danes, Natasha Richardson, and Glenn Close come together in this passionate and heartwarming story. As Anne reflects on one beautiful and life-changing weekend with the one true love of her life, her daughters come to their own understanding about the power of the past and the unbreakable bonds between mothers and daughters, family, and their loved ones. Yeah, this might be a one and done for me. It's not my kind of thing. It's probably more akin to Steel Magnolia, or Magnolias. I don't remember which one it is. But I picked it up because it was 50 cents. You know, that's the thing about Salvation Army finds. 50 cents, and I forgot to mention that, but in the last or previous video where I talked about Salvation Army stuff, that was a Salvation Army find on that same weekend. And I gotta say, 50 cents, it's worth taking the risk. Who knows? I may love it. I may sit there and tear up and be like, oh my God. You know, maybe. This I've been looking to find again. I used to own this a long time ago. I remember I traded it in way back, and see if anyone remembers this. Blockbuster had a trade-in program where you could get $8 for any DVD you brought in. So I brought in quite a few, and this was one of them. And I had ripped them all, you know, but at the time, but $8 for a DVD back then was great because you could buy them for $5, watch them or rip them, whatever you want to do. Depends on, you know, how you want to deal. And then you could go and, you know, turn it in at Blockbuster and get $8 for it. And I remember I turned in quite a few, I think like 60 or something DVDs, and got like $480. It was ridiculous. But anyway, Go is pretty good. All I remember, the biggest parts I remember is with Jay Moore, where he's like trying to help the girls get away, and they say the line a lot in the movie, go, and then the certain song plays. I forget what the song is, but there's a certain song, and according to the back here, it's a razor-sharp, dark comedy, son of Pulp Fiction, according to Entertainment Weekly. And according to the Washington Post, Go is very, very funny. There you go. I mean, you heard it here first. It's very, very funny. All right, a couple more. Hostel. Anyone seen this? I've heard this is creepy as all heck. The back looks creepy. Like, this is gonna not be great. I'm not gonna sleep much that night because it's a Quentin Tarantino presents. Now, yes, that means Quentin Tarantino didn't do it. But if he presents something or, you know, or produces, he's involved in any way, usually that's a good sign. I'm not saying he's perfect, I'm not saying he's gonna be everybody's taste, but for me personally, it'll be a good one. It'll usually be a good one. And it says written and directed by Eli Roth. And I don't know what else Eli Roth has done, but Sick and Twisted Unrated. Oh, this is the unrated version. Sicker and More Twisted Unrated. Welcome to your worst nightmare is their tagline. According to Ain't It Cool News, which I remember going to that site back in the day, the scariest movie in a decade. Sick, twisted, disgusting, and absolutely brilliant, according to... I can't even read that. I'm getting old. What does that say? Humor Movies Company? Horror Movies Company. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, presented by Quentin Tarantino, written and directed by Eli Roth. Oh, Eli Roth did Cabin Fever. I don't know if I've seen that either. Well, there you go. And we'll close out with this one. This was something that I remember only because it was the last movie this man did before he died. But you got Colin Farrell, Jude Law, Johnny Depp, Christopher Plummer, and Heath Ledger. And it was the last movie Heath Ledger worked on before he died. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. It looks interesting. It really does. I have no idea what to expect, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, it's like Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. They almost sound like they go together, like part 1 and part 2 of some crazy story series or something. But there you go. There's another set of finds from the magical memory weekend of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and 50% off at Value World, and then I got that great deal at iReplay where I got 19 movies for 14 bucks. So if there's anything you liked in this video, post a comment about it down below. Give a like. If you want to just leave a comment about anything, you know, if the weather's nice in your state, go right ahead. And be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I definitely appreciate it. I'm working towards 300, working towards that big 1,000, and any support is appreciated. So love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video, where I continue going through my finds from a few weeks ago on Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. See you. Let's get physical, physical. Let's get physical. Media. Keep changing it up on you. See ya.